Hello my good students, welcome back to our Total War Warhammer 3 Let's Play series as the Slaanesh Demons of Chaos. This is a Sandbox campaign for those of you just starting to watch the series, meaning that there is no Chaos Realm invasion or rifts sort of gameplay, the no normal narrative to the game that is. That is simply because I do not like the Chaos Realm at all. It's completely, just harbour the same mindset of the rest, pretty much the rest of the community really, or at least a large majority of it. I don't want to group everyone together there, but it's just everything about it is made to work against you in such a horrible way. It's very similar to how they did Artillery, I find. But enough of that. Let's move on, shall we? Our goals for this episode are to take the Fetid Catacombs and the Blood Mountain there to establish a province all for ourselves. And in so doing, we shall finally get a positive income. Running negative at the moment. That's simply just because I want some numbers to my units, but I might actually remove some marauders, possibly just these normal marauders here, the marauders of Slaanesh there, just to free up and get a little bit of income there, just so we're not losing anything over the end turns, because I think we can deal with the garrisons pretty well, to be honest. They're absolutely fine. Most of the harder units are, of course, their Blood Reapers and their Chaos Warriors of Khorne, of course. So that's not too bad. We can let Nakari and such heal. So what we're going to do is actually let them heal, and then we'll move over to the Fetid Catacombs. I think I'll see you in a second. Just going to, of course, over the end turn, actually destroy this building here and actually replace it with, I think, for now, an income building, just to boost our income that little bit more. So yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. Let's remove this unit of marauders.
Should we disband?
And that's going to give us the tiniest bit of income to work with over the end turn, so we can seduce units as we want later on. So let's carry on. Okay, so we have replenished and built an economy building, very minor economy building in our second settlement here. We are going to get one more unit of Demonettes, I think. It is tempting to go for Slaaneshi Spear Marauders, but there are no such large units yet. I think the Demonettes will do just fine as they are. There's an imminent rebellion, actually. Where is that to? That will be over here. That's because I believe we sacked the settlement when we took us over previously. That's not a problem at all. We'll just have to deal with that over the next term. So, it's over here. Not a problem at all. We are going to have to deal with that. It's not a problem. But the problem here is that the Khorne units over here do not have an army garrisoning this settlement, which does give us something to think about. Not a problem there at all, though. So we're just going to move on over here at the end of our movement range and look to see if there's nothing really worth building over here. Like I said in the previous episode, not going to upgrade this building in this particular province, or even at all. I might move it over to a minor settlement later on, just so we can keep these Demonettes recruited, but otherwise there's not much point in upgrading that just yet, just wasting money, I think. So let's end the turn and see how these rebels move, as well as the Khorne units to the settlement to our south. Doesn't look like they have moved, and we've got this technology just in time as well. We are on turn 7, so we are going to be a little more effective against Khorne units. So now we're going to actually get some growth going as well with our technology. So we're going to fight this battle, of course. No need to seduce anything, be a waste of money. We do outnumber them quite well. The flesh hounds are what I'm worried about most here, as well as, of course, the bloodlessers, but we should be fine with that. Okay, so not going to bother with channeling magic, because you only have a couple spells, and I've never had the best of luck with channeling magic anyway. So what we're going to do is make a front line, I think, where it doesn't really matter what we match up our marauders to, does. Let's put them over here with, I think, 3 units of Demonettes to make a small front line there. Going to put all of our cavalry on one side over here, I think. They can absolutely rush down the Warhounds. I think we're going to go for the side of the Fleshhounds, because they're a little more dangerous there. We're going to get the chariots on one side as well, so it's easy for them to flank around. We're going to get our 2 heroes in the centre there, and that will help them with their spells and such. We now have Enfeebling Foe, which is brilliant stuff. Of course, we are certainly going to use that to help their melee attack and defense out, which is absolutely essential against Khorne units, I find, especially with their focus on melee, of course. So we are going to extend our front line a little bit over as well. We don't have anything else in reserve, do we? Which it does appear we do. That's lovely stuff. We'll put an extra unit of demonettes on this flank, I think. I think we'll curve round over if we can with these units very quickly if possible. So let's keep going. Move everything up to start with, just to close the distance. Speed up a tad, and I think what we're going to do is move our cavalry over to tempt out the flesh hounds over there. See if we can do that. Lovely stuff. Go down to normal speed so we don't do any horrible oversights. And I think while that's happening, we are going to tell everyone to attack like that before we get too bogged down with our cavalry and such. Like that. Going to bring our heroes in, but like I said, we're not going to get too bogged down with our cavalry. They're going to bring them straight out, especially with these Hellstriders here. They are very squishy. We have weakened the Flesh Hounds quite a bit there already, which is brilliant stuff. So we're going to bring these Demonettes in as well. Nakari going to help against these Bloodlessers. Lovely stuff. Going to bring in the cavalry once again for a big old rear charge, and we're going to use Enfeebling Foe on, I think, these Chaos Warriors over here to help out there. Lovely stuff. Make sure to bring in Demonettes, and we're going to charge in our chariots over here, actually to help out the Marauders very quickly, like that. These Demonettes can go straight in, these can move on over like that. So we're going to keep our person out of here just for now. We're going to do another rear charge with all of our cavalry. And I think we're going to bring Nakari over as well because their centre is crumbling. The battle is hardest on the left flank over here. So we're going to charge in yet again. Lovely stuff. We're going to also get a melee defence debuff on the enemy over here. Nakari, lovely stuff. Probably could have timed that a tad better with our charge, but we're all doing good. Going to charge in our chariots and bring out our cavalry once again. Going to take out the dying demonettes over here. We don't want to lose too many of them, and I think we're doing just fine. It is just their leader now. Lovely stuff. Very quick battle there. You can see his health diminishing as his leadership is at 0. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Nakari just having a lovely party down there with the remaining Warriors of Khorne, but that is a victory, and it's lovely, lovely stuff. Easy, very decisive indeed, and that is actually a very nice rebellion because it gives us basically free XP for Nakari, which is excellent stuff. And of course our sorcerer over here, our Allurus of Shadow, Shadow being an amazing spell lore there, which is probably one of my favourites actually. The Shadows, it's got a bit of everything, damage, debuffs, everything you really want, to be honest, and everything that really synchronises well, I think, with these Slaanesh units. Really goes well with them. It's a very nice choice of CA to bring in the Shadow for this army. Did manage to completely destroy off the Warhounds there, but it's absolutely fine. They'll die with the rest of the army. And it's a free 2,000 income, which is lovely stuff. And we do have actually 2 levels of Nakari now from that battle. Excellent stuff. On the cusp, excuse me, of level 7. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. I am actually going to replenish over this turn because, as you can see, it's actually a fair amount of replenishment to our units. So it's very much needed. That will cut down our times by 1 turn there. They have actually survived, interesting, with that unit of Warhounds, so it's not a problem. Not a problem at all. I am going to get Slaves to access again, and I think it's very tempting to go down this tree to start with, so we get the Lightning Strike option, and of course army upkeep reductions and such, but I do want to get Demonic Inspiration because we are going to have Demonettes for the bulk of our army to start with. So we're going to go with that, I think.
How delightful.
To start with. And we are going to get the Penumbral Pendulum on our Sorcerer. So this is going to make this a second battle where we are going to auto-resolve it. No need to play that one at all. And we're going to... is there any point in replenishing? Only 3 devotees, 80 favour. Let's get a little bit of replenishment. Just means that we don't have to wait too long for that. And we can upgrade Nakari again and get the first point in Demonic Inspiration. Upgrading our melee attack by +4 for Demonettes and Exalted Demonettes. Lovely, lovely stuff there. That will stick with us for the rest of the game. Can't use any more movement unless we go to Force March just to get the tiniest bit there. And we will have to get sight on the Fetid Catacombs once again, just to see if that army is there. I don't think our Aloris can move out of our army just yet to do that, so that's absolutely fine. We are going to double check over our diplomacy to see if we can get any trade agreements going, but I do believe, yeah, we already have trade agreements going with most of these people. It's not going to tell us on the treaties, which is a bit shit, but that's okay. Go for a quick deal to see what we can go for in terms of that, actually. Not coming up, not a problem. I wonder if the Legion of Chaos here will get a non-aggression pact with us.
Let us lay the world to waste for the
So they want to balance that. It's not the most money there, but this is a couple turns of income, so I'm not actually going to accept that. Actually, that's a fair few turns of income there, so I'm not going to accept that at all. They're not a big problem. They are over the sea down here, out of sight and out of mind. So that's not a problem at all. We're going to end the turn and we're going to come back around the Fetid Catacombs, I think, unless there is a big development in between. Okay, so we are coming towards the end of the next turn. We have got actually a surprise rank gained on Scipio here, our Allurus, which does give us a second point into Penumbral Pendulum, reducing the cooldown and such. And as you can see, there is no garrisoning army. Well, no standing army defending the Fetid Catacombs here, which is lovely stuff. Just the standard garrison forces there, which is excellent stuff. So we are going to go into that on the next turn. Not going to use my full movement speed here just yet. Do want to stay out of range of this, and just to make sure we can scout out and have some sort of retreat available if we do get caught unawares by something out of nowhere. Otherwise, I think we're just going to end the turn and leave it there, really. But of course, not allowed to do that. We do now have a full army, well, let's say a standing army at least, waiting for us at the Fetid Catacombs. I think the best option here is to see what they would do if we start raiding their province and stand outside of their garrison range. In the woods here, in the trees, probably could have ambush, but I think that would force them away, really. But it's the same sort of goal and end outcome there, but I would like to destroy them utterly in an open field battle rather than go in like this, straight in. We are of course going to get some devotees per turn as well if we do raid, which is brilliant. It's going to bump up our income for the turn. So we'll see what happens over the end turn. Hopefully they do decide to attack us. I don't mind being in the tired stance if they do attack us, but it doesn't look like that's the case, and they are going to start recruiting as well. They do have an agent here as well, cultist. Don't think we can do anything about that. Let's try with our Allurus. Oh, that's okay, lovely stuff. 58% chance to kill them. We could try that. It's a failure. That's very unfortunate, and they won't be with us in a battle if it does come to it, unfortunately. We are going to try an ambush stance, I think. See if they can be tempted out to try and attack someone. That should be okay. We'll see what happens. Taking rather a long time to take this second province, actually, but they have decided to leave now. So we can just go straight in there, actually. Actually, no, we can't. Interesting. We do have a full army over here. Interesting, interesting. Well, we're going to take care of the Fetid Catacombs, I think. Like we've been saying, we don't have the forces to destroy this army just yet, unfortunately. We are going to have to build up our units. That's absolutely fine. We'll just go in, encircle it for now, like that, and we're going to bring in our Allurus to help as well. Over here. Come on, camera. Yep, get straight in there. Thank you very much. Now, it says it's a valiant defeat, but that's not a problem at all. We are going to seduce one unit of Khorne warriors here, just to take that away from them, and we are going to go straight in. Alrighty then, so standing outside the mine assessment is a little more open than the previous one we have fought, which does give us more options, more maneuverability, I think, which is very, very nice indeed. Just wondering, this isn't a instant win capture point, but it is very, very useful indeed. Might try and rush an Akari over here with a I think some demonettes just to make sure we can get in there. Let's see if we can go straight through over here with some demonettes perhaps. Of course they are a tad slower than Nakari. That's not too much of a problem there. We are going to focus on this supply station and this one over here. We don't need to spread our forces too much because we don't have many to begin with, of course. So we're going to bring our Aloris over here with I think 3 units of demonettes over here, and I'm going to bring in the Warriors of Khorne to fight up this channel over here, I think. And we're going to bring a couple more, say, yeah, 3 more demonettes over here with our Marauders, I think. They can stand just in front, perhaps, like that. And our cavalry can go into support, I think. They can stand just outside over here, give them a few options to go in either this way or this way. That should not be a problem there. Our chariots, what do you want to do with our chariots? Probably help over this side, actually. And I think that is everyone dealt with. So let's have a look, see how they've spread out their forces. Yeah, thought they might actually concentrate them over here. That's not a problem at all. That means we can go straight in over to this supply point and stop the towers from firing on us over there. We are going to have to smash through them over here though, if that's going to be the case, and of course come out of the range of the towers over there. What have they done over here? We're going to charge on with our cavalry over this side, I think. Lovely stuff, and we're going to bring our Marauders and such in to bear on this side here. Certainly going to want to use our Aloris quite well over here. Might use a Penumbral Pendulum on this line. It's looking very nice indeed. I should aim that a tad better, but not to bother, not a problem. Looking very nice down that line indeedy. So we're going to get our demonettes over here. They're going to engage over there. They can stand out like that. I think actually our chariots can make a long run actually through here. Like that. Yeah, our demonettes there, lovely stuff, can engage the Furies, and we're going to get, I think, our Aloris to capture that, not a problem. That means our Marauders can charge in over here, and we can source out these Bloodletters which have decided to isolate themselves and push up around there. Okay, cool. So, looks like we can charge in now with our demonettes over here. They can do a nice flank and work in tandem with our cavalry, which are, looks like they're trying to be intercepted by the Blood Reaper here. Looks like we can charge onto him. Lovely stuff. Our chariots are not moving. Lovely stuff. That's what we like to see. That's exactly how you should use your chariots, of course. Just don't let them move. Alrighty, does look like we're going to be losing this rather handily over here actually. Let's bring them out. And yeah, there we go. Let's bring them out. Bring these demonettes actually to work around. We can cycle charge with them as needed, I think. We can bring these warriors actually in to help with that. So that would be rather useful. And we're going to charge in again with Nakari over here. Lovely stuff. Got our demonettes over here and onto them. Where are our cavalry? Just over here. Let's charge them down. Don't need them to tangle too long over there. Our chariots can come around as well. Demonettes over here. Thank you very much. Don't want our Aloris to get hurt too much. Lovely stuff. We have destroyed some towers over here. So Nakari, I think, is actually going to work over on this side, I believe. He's going to help over here, and these demonettes can run in as well over here. The Warriors of Khorne being rather slow, we're going to have to bring our demonettes down to help over here, actually, to take them away. Come on, come on, come on. This lot can run away. We have routed their hounds over there, which is brilliant stuff. Lovely stuff. Going to watch our Striders over here. We're going to charge in with this lot, and we're going to bring our Fiends out as well. We're going to get the chariots in finally. That'd be great stuff. Now we are finally working as a group over here. Going to just make these lot run around, I think, just a tad. And we're going to use our Fascination Global on, I think, a unit over here to help them rampage over here. That'd be brilliant. Akara's doing very well. He can source out their leader, and I think our Fiends can come over to help this side as well. Chariots really need to go in right now, I think. I'm going to bring these round before we lose any Demonettes. Going to use what's it called, Melkus Mystify Miasma to slow this unit down and help our chariots get in there. Very nice as we retreat. Lovely stuff. We're winning that battle very handily, but we are going to have to run in as quickly as possible, I think, with our chariots over this side before we lose those Demonettes as well. They have built barricades around as well, which does limit our movement. And we have completely won on this side, which is brilliant stuff. We're going to send Akari over to the capture point. Just waiting for these bloodletters to move out as well. We're going to move these Demonettes, cycle them round to minimise our losses. Very nice indeed there. Very, very nice indeed. We're going to bring our Hellstriders out to do another flank charge, but I don't think we'll be in time for their leadership. Lovely stuff. Going to bring these out, but it does look like we might lose these. Just lost sight of these for too long, I think, these Demonettes. But it's a victory just as they went down. Rather unfortunate there, very close victory. We do not deserve to win there. Should not have lost those Demonettes at all. We did mismanage that rather badly, I think. But not to worry, a new assessment is ours. We do have that flanking force from those Chaos Warriors to the south as well in our previous assessment, which is something to think about actually. Okay, so on that end of battle we have ranked up for an Akari. As expected, we got some nice little treasure in our favour there. Not going to lose an Occupy, just going to Occupy. Don't want another rebellion too soon, although we are going to have to deal with that in a couple turns again. Look, here's our happiness there. It's minus 71 going minus 16 turn, which is terrible, of course. Not a problem at all, though. We are going to go into Demonic Inspiration, yes, again, to help with our charge bonus now as well. Very, very useful indeed. And we are going to upgrade to get the final upgrade in Penumble Pendulum, reducing its winds and magic costs and cooldown even further. We are going to, how long is this going to take? We're going to merge these groups together. We're going to buy 2 more units of Demonettes there to help us out a little bit. So we do have these to worry about. I wonder if we can ask for a surprise peace treaty. How much would they like us to bribe them? Are we able to bribe them? Let's see. Let's go up to about, oh, that's going to be quite a lot. Look at that. That is nearly more than our total treasury. Look at that. Yeah, that is not going to happen then. Not a problem then. Indeedy. May have to sacrifice the Palace of Princes here. Depends what they want to do, whether they sack it or actually occupy it here. Not necessarily a difficult army, it's just too many numbers for us just yet. We will want to worry about the Marauder Horsemen mostly. Their infantry actually not too bad to deal with so far. And now we do have magic as well to help us out, so that would not be bad. But actually what we might be able to do is summon a Disciple army to work in tandem with us. And we can at least try and bait them out to do a little bit of damage to them. Not to absolutely destroy them, but yeah, like I said, to do a little bit of damage to them to help us out over here. That might be quite useful. They're a nice little surprise army out of our ass. That's all we can do this turn. What have we got over here? A peace treaty for now. I'll take it for the money. And that lets us focus on the Chaos Warriors down here. We are going to lose the assessment, but that's not a problem. I'm not going to fight that. There's not much our garrison can do to this army, unfortunately. We will just be wiped out there. And they are going to completely raise it. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay, so we're going to get some more favour from this event. We're going to bring Nakari down to help out over here. We might actually... Do we want to fight these right now? do have a lot of cavalry to work with, actually, to soften them up. That might not be a bad idea, actually, before we lose out to attrition there. Let's do that, actually. Do we want to seduce anything? I don't think we're going to seduce anything just yet. We are just going to target the hounds of the cavalry, I think, in this match. See what happens with that. Fingers crossed. This is quite a loss already to have a assessment raised to the ground. That's going to take quite the toll on our income, on our treasury. But nothing too bad there. It was only a level 1 assessment, of course, so not a huge loss. We are going to have to deal with a rebellion again soon as well. This has been a very rough start indeed, and of course I have the high ground. So we are going to focus all of our units onto this flank, I think, or at least all of our cavalry onto this flank, like that. And we're just going to keep their infantry occupied very slightly, I think, on this flank, actually. And get our chariots in on this side as well. What does our Alurus have? Is she just on foot? Yeah, she is just on foot. With no spells either, so she's basically useless in this battle. She's going to help out over here with the marauders, keep them up. So we're going to charge straight in on these marauders over here. Charge straight in on the warhounds over here. And they are going to curve around. Okay, cool. Not a problem there. We are going to increase the speed then if that's the case. Yeah, lovely stuff. Might even be able to get some... Yeah. Oh no, they're going to run away with those. Not a problem. Let's focus these warhounds. Lovely stuff. Let's keep moving over here. Get these if we can. I do not want their horses to survive until the next battle. Let's take on these Chaos Marauders over here. Lovely stuff. If these retreat, they'll retreat up fairly quickly. There's our Hailstriders on there. That's one unit down over here. Lovely stuff. Just sort out their cavalry for now. Thank you. We're going to use our main global over here on that. Lovely stuff. Sort out these warhounds. Again, just to whistle this army down before we engage with our main force. That would be brilliant stuff. I think we can go for a very nice flank attack over here actually on the marauders. That would be lovely. And since their chaos or marauder horsemen are in melee here, we can sort them out as well. That would be ideal. Getting a very nice flank over here. Excellent stuff. I think we can use our chariots to run down the aspiring champions as well. That would be very, very nice indeed. Use the seekers over here to take on their marauder horsemen as well. Lovely, lovely stuff. AI not too sure what to do with their infantry over here at all. So we're going to group up our seekers as again, run them out, get them free, run around our chariots yet again, I think. Pull them out. Lovely, lovely stuff indeed. That is brilliant. Okay, let's get our seekers out properly, get them organised. Run in our chariots again. I think it's the horsemen over here. Now we are going to lose the marauders very quickly, but they are just going to be there to keep the enemy still, I think. Now we're going to bring our horses round again, our seekers. Bring out our chariots.
Seekers of Slaanesh!
In the following battle we should have more mobility than the enemy because of this, and that is brilliant. Lovely stuff, charging straight into our cavalry. Not a good move for you guys. Going to use, I think, Rampage on this unit here so they have less leadership and hopefully don't attack us around there. Go for their own units instead, but it doesn't appear to be the case. Not a problem there. Let's bring our seekers out again before they get too bogged down. Lovely stuff. We are going to lose our infantry, like I said, and that actually is not the best for our cavalry, because we will start losing leadership because of that. So we're going to try and wipe out this unit of Chaos Marauders on the charge there. Where are our chariots? They do need to pull through. They've got rather bogged down there. That's not good. They are going to diminish and disintegrate there. Okay, now we have the charge on there. Let's come around and take on these Chaos Warhounds. Help out our leader there. Just run rings around them if possible. Like I said, they do have the numbers to counter us. Just a little too much. We do have some Marauders back here actually. We're going to bring them straight in. Just to give us a little bit more time. We are wiping out these Chaos Warhounds here rather handily. And that is brilliant stuff. Going to bring our leader out over here. Lovely stuff. Going to see if we can catch up these Marauder Horsemen as well. That would be brilliant. But they are going into the mass of infantry there, so we're going to catch up these ones again. Brilliant stuff. We're going to be able to get them to rout out. We need to bring our own Seekers out once again. Are losing them, not a problem, not a problem. Down to about half strength. We're going to carry on chasing these Marauders just to get them whittled all the way down. But no, they are refusing to there. Lovely stuff. Let's come straight out then. Straight out. Bring out our leader there just very quickly. What can we try and hit? We're going to try and wait for the AI to spread out a little bit more, I think. So we're going to run all the way out of this fight. And they've actually split up these Marauder Horsemen just enough for us to go in there and sort them out, I think. Come on, come on, come on. I think we got this. I think we got this unit at least. This is the power of cavalry, Slaaneshi cavalry in particular. Certainly against weaker cavalry. Unarmoured, mostly ranged cavalry there. There we go, they are completely shattered there. That is brilliant. Down to 7 models. We are going to come straight out then. Straight out, get some distance. And I think that is mission accomplished for this battle, really. We've got rid of their Chaos Warhounds, got rid of their cavalry. And now an easy kill for Nakari's army, so long as this group don't retreat over the end turn. That would be horrible. I don't think we'll be able to force a peace if that does happen, which would be the goal if we do decide to look for that after we win the next battle, of course. Still struggling with their full leadership. I would like to make sure everyone's retreating out of this. We're looking rather difficult with opportunities to attack now. We are going to lose our leader, so we are going to have some very low morale and leadership now. We're going to start disintegrating ourselves very soon. So I'm going to look at getting rid of, I think, I want to get rid of the aspiring champions, but they are a little too tough, I think. So we're going to charge into these marauders and try and charge out again. Just one last hurrah, I think. There we go. Now that we've charged them with 1 unit, I am actually going to turn around and try and hit one of these groups, because I think the Forsaken in particular, because it will be a bit of a hard target for our demonettes, I think, later on. So let's go in for this kill. Lovely, lovely stuff. Beautiful charge. Beautiful charge. We might even be able to get one more use as a fascination in just a second if we do let someone rouse off, but it doesn't appear to be the case. We are going to lose this rather handily, unfortunately. We're going to come round for one more charge, I think, but that's not going to be possible. We are now disintegrating down instantly to 1 unit and then down to 0, which is a valiant defeat, but not a problem there. Weren't expecting much else. We did do a fair amount of damage to that army, actually. A fair amount. We've actually brought it down to nearly half of its troops, which is excellent value, I think, for what we summoned in that Disciple army. Lovely stuff. Of course, not totally wiping out the cavalry there, but just enough, I think, so that we can deal with the rest of the army over the next turn, which is brilliant stuff. We will, of course, have some more units on the way as well. I think just for now, we're going to get 1 more unit of demonettes. We can't move to engage them just yet, can we? No, our No, we're definitely not going to. Our movement is absolutely 0 over here. So we are going to go for 1 unit of demonettes to help us over there. And we are going to have a rebellion in a couple turns, which is lovely stuff. Really rough start this, actually. Played through this campaign once before, or a couple times before, and it's been fairly simple, actually. And of course they have retreated, which is a small blessing, I suppose. We are going to colonise this once again. Lovely stuff, and we're going to merge as many of these units as possible to help out, and that would be brilliant. And just re-recruit them, I think, just to help out there. That would be fine. That would be absolutely fine. And we're going to increase the assessment or upgrade us again. We are going to have a rebellion in the next couple turns. Not a problem. I think with that being said then, going to go for the +1 control just to put that back a little bit later on. It's not going to make the huge difference with just +1, but it's absolutely fine to take just now. I wonder if we can ask for peace still. No, we can't ask for peace just yet. So those are actually going to be our next targets then, rather than get the full province over here. We might have a look at that actually, because I do only have the Blood Mountain now. But that is unfortunately all we have time for today, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, not guessing our goal of guessing the whole province over here, the Shardlands. We are unfortunately, we did get a bit distracted by this. We did have ups and downs. Tad of a rough start, like I've said though. But please, I hope you've enjoyed the episode today. Let me know your comments in the section below. Always very much appreciated. Any tips and tricks as well would be lovely stuff. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I have been the Edified Gamer, and I hope your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.